Hi, it's Chris Lamb with Commerce Home Mortgage. This is the market update for the month of June. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. Right now, currently, mortgage rates are obviously unbelievably low. 2 out of 3 Americans that own a home right now can refinance, and we're going to see low rates for a while. So if we haven't already talked, or if we ran numbers before, probably we should talk again. And many of you that own a home have probably taken advantage of these low rates. So we want to just talk about the big question that's out there right now that I hear all the time, which is we're heading into a recession. Are home prices going to drop? Or I hear that prices are dropped. Maybe I should wait to buy. And no one really knows what's going to happen, but I do want to bring some illustrations that I think will help you maybe understand what we're really seeing here out in the field as far as real estate agents and lenders with home buyers right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a form called the Real Estate Report Card. We're going to focus in on a couple numbers here. So the first one thing I want you to look at is that the current purchase price here in Shasta County is about $281,000. So if you take that number and compare it to almost any county in California, Shasta County is still relatively low. What I also want to focus on here is when we look at the amount of home buyers coming into the market right now, in 2020, there will be approximately 1,300 first-time home buyers coming into the market. So these are home buyers that do not have a home to sell. They're going to be leaving a rental to buy a house. And so that's going to be additional inventory that's going to need to be in place for new home buyers to come into our market. Now, if you look at this next number, there's an estimated 401 homes that will be built and added to the current inventory in Shasta County. And so what that really illustrates is that we continue to have an inventory problem, and there's a deficit of homes available for the amount of buyers that need to purchase homes. And certainly right now, if you're in the real estate industry, you're seeing that. Many of our clients are again, in multiple offer situations. Homes are being bid up and sold above the purchase price. And with rates being at all-time lows, we don't see that ending anytime soon. The other thing I wanted to touch on is the amount of renters that we have in our county. Currently, there's about 71,000 renters here in the county, and about 18,000 of those renters are eligible to purchase a home, could afford to purchase a home, and most likely at some point over the next couple of years will end up looking at purchasing the home. So when we look at these numbers, it really tells us a story, and that is we have a shortage of housing, we have extremely low rates. There's really no reason to think that 2008 is going to happen again, especially when we know that 2008 was due to subprime loans. Everyone has 30-year fixed mortgages now. People's payments were doubling and tripling. That's just not happening. The other thing we want to touch on is what are your options? What are your alternatives? And so the next form I'm going to bring up here is the buy versus rent breakdown. This is a calculator that gives you an estimation of what it looks like to purchase versus rent. So in year one, with current rates today, if you were to buy a home at that $281,000 average price point here in Shasta County with a minimal down payment, you're probably going to pay about $1,700 per month. That same house right now would probably rent for about $1,550, maybe $1,575 with renter's insurance. Now, if we were to take that scenario out 9 years from the first year, knowing that rents are going up at an average of about 5% per year, that same home would be renting for $2,300, just a little over $2,300, while your mortgage payment would still be a little over $1,700. So over a 9-year period of time, the difference in cash flow and what you would save from owning versus renting is about $18,900, while your home, if we go it with the smallest, most conservative appreciation rate we've seen in California over 60 years, would probably go up around $183,000 in value. Now, I don't want to overemphasize that. Who really knows where values are going to be, but it's likely the values are going to go up. But you would have paid your mortgage down by about $50,000 by paying those principal payments for 9 years. So if you look at the total net gain of buying versus renting currently with current rates, current rents, in this scenario here, it'd be a little over $200,000 that you would net gain by purchasing versus renting in a 9-year period of time. These numbers don't take into consideration the tax deductions, so that's really important that you look at that as well. So this is something I like to do once a year. I like to bring these numbers to you guys just so you can take a look at them. Obviously, no one knows what's going to happen. We're in an unprecedented time. I hate using that word. We hear it all the time, but it really is. And so as we look forward, we do have low, high unemployment rates. The economy is not doing great, and who knows if it's going to be a V-shaped recovery. You keep hearing about that in the media right now. But what we do know is that we still have a housing crisis. There's not enough homes to meet the demand, and that is not going away anytime soon. So if you have any questions, if we haven't talked about refinancing, please give me a call. Anything real estate related. I hope you and your family are safe and doing well, and we'll talk to you soon.